Merhaba, ben Mert Kalafat. Bugün Roger Dubuis'un konuğu olarak Cenevre'deyiz. Roger Dubuis, limitli sayıda model imza atan, farklı tasarımlarıyla ünlü, lüks segmentine hizmet eden Cenevre menşeli bir firma. Onlarla birlikte Factory Visit yani fabrika ziyaretinde bulunacağız. Dilerseniz daha fazla vakit kaybetmeden bir içeri göz atalım.
Geneve. I do all of the manufacturer visits here at Roger Dubuis, and we are right now in the second workshop that we have for all of the decoration that we do for the Pension de Genève. So the pieces that we decorate in this specific workshop, for example, I'm going to steal one of these pieces, is this, for example. So what we can see here is it's a very large piece that we use in the production of our watches, and we can actually see the star. The astral, as we call it in French. So this piece and all of the pieces that are made out of these plates, which is the material that we use. Will come to this workshop and they will have all of their final decoration, polishing and finishing done before the components are taken upstairs and used by the watchmakers in the assembly of our timepieces. Now, what we'll have here is this, for instance, this first station is where we'll do the angling and the interior polishing of the components. What we have over there is we have another station where we'll do the decoration and the polishing on the outside of the components. And then throughout the rest of the workshop we have different stations where we'll do different types of decoration. And what we have at the moment is in this station, as you can see, we've got a technician working with a machine that has a variety of discs. These discs are made of different materials, so we have a soft metal, we've got some wooden discs. The majority of the discs are made out of soft leather, and then we also have a beer coaster, believe it or not, which is a very good cardboard that we also use for the polishing, and then also a diamond tip point. And the technician will use all of these discs as well as the point to polish the outside of the components that I showed to you earlier. And this, as you can see, is extremely hands-on. It's very artistic, this type of decoration and polishing, and it takes a lot of experience on the technician's part in order to know how much polishing paste you should use, how fast the wheel should be going, etc., etc.
Hi, Jean-Marc. First of
Good
all,
afternoon.
we would like to thank you for having us here for the Roger Dubuis
Our pleasure.
visit
Our pleasure.
and the interview as well. We would like to ask you a few questions. It's okay with you. So, firstly, we would like to know more about yourself. So, if you could let us know more about yourself and introduce yourself a little bit, fine.
Well, I work in Roger Dubuis since now 5 years. I got the chance and the opportunity to take over this brand, coming after 11 years in Mont Blanc, which is also a branch of Richemont International. Been doing an economic school in France, in Nantes, which is in the west part of the country. After my graduation, I've been spending time in Germany, Paris, now in Switzerland.
Well, that's great. So, what's the main philosophy behind the Roger Dubuis? I mean, like, what does it mean for the collectors?
Roger Dubuis has one mission: is how to make sure we are a serious alternative to the traditional watchmakers. I have the pleasure to meet people who are passionate about high-end watches. They tell me that once collecting a couple of traditional, famous brands, they are very much after brands which can surprise them. Brands which truly respect the exclusivity. And exclusivity means a low level of production. It's not only to be high-end on producing thousands and thousands of pieces, it's not only to produce limited editions, and we know today that some brands do 15,000 units in limited editions. So when we do, for example, a limited edition, it has a true value, because when we do the Knights of the Round Table, you probably have seen, we are sticking to 28 pieces, and we don't do more than 28 pieces. And we have the demands for more than the 28. But we do it on purpose, because I strongly believe that the mission we also have, it's how we bring added value every day to our customers by buying our products. What is the surprising effect? What is the added value to enter in a Roger Dubuis own store, which makes you living an experience be different compared to the other brands which exist in that industry?
A watch collection, by the way. This was
You know, not really. You know, what is a watch collection? If it's having 10 watches, yes, I have 10 watches in my collection, but I'm not a collector like trying hard to find the last piece in its collection. First, because I wear with proud Roger Dubuis every day, which is more or less 5 to 6 days a week. But I have a true pleasure. I don't wear Roger Dubuis because I have to. I wear Roger Dubuis 7 days a week, or not only this one, because I love these technical big watches. So I could love the small quartz watches. No, I always have loved the technical big watches. So I was happy to join Roger Dubuis because it's exactly its core business. Yes.
So that was it. Quite well, and
thank
you.
you.
For having us here.
Thank you.
To meet you.
No, it's a pleasure to welcome you. No, we believe a lot in Roger Dubuis that the manufacture. When I joined the brand, one of my major first story was to say how we can open this manufacture as much as possible. Well, I think we never have got so many journalists, televisions, customers from the outside to visit the manufacture, because for us it's the best marketing tool we have in our organization. Everything is made here. There is no other location where we can take you outside. 100% is made here. And then you understand when you visit, and I know that you know already a lot of manufacturers, so you are not the normal benchmark, but we have a lot of customers who come here for the first time in Switzerland, where their first contact is Roger Dubuis, or they have been visiting a lot of manufacturers, or they come to see Roger Dubuis and they say, wow, we understand why there is such a high price behind your products. The Geneva seal, the complexity of our tailor-made, and so on and so on. So we love to have this manufacture open to as many people as possible.
I think it was also a good opportunity for us, for the Turkish audience as well. So we wish to see you guys also in Istanbul soon.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, Turkey is one of these countries. You know, if you see a map in the world, you have the mature market, you have the market where it's still too early, and you have the developing markets. And Turkey is definitely, by its developing richness, the number of people who are interested.
Pollution
You know, you can have also a high population, but people are not interested by high-ticket products. And the beauty of Turkey is that it's a growing population, a lot of people who are young. Okay, which is also very different compared to what we have in Western Europe, where people are young and are very tempted for this type of high complications. And we see a lot. It's also Istanbul is one of the cities which in the world is one of the booming city culture. Renovation beyond the touristic interest of Istanbul, and that's why we have an eye on yes on if in Turkey it's of course Istanbul, which is the priority number one for our business.
That's great. So hope to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having.
Thank you very much. A pleasure to have you.
It was great. Thanks.
Good.
You.